And it is great to have you in the studio, Braden, because usually, you're telling us all the best entertainment, but you're doing it down the line. But it's good to have you in the studio.
Oh, it's really nice to be here. We can have a decent chat and compare some notes about stuff that we want to see. And
yeah,
stuff
exactly.
Like that.
So what's tickling your fancy this week?
Well, I tell you what, Black Klansman, I know it was out sort of last week, but I did actually want to talk about it because people are saying incredible things about this movie. Spike Lee has obviously directed this one. It is a true story. So police officer Ron Stallworth was one of the first black police officers in Colorado in the very early 70s, and he was looking to make his mark. And so he's looking through the newspaper, just something needed to come to him. And he discovered an ad looking for KKK members. So without thinking, he phones up pretending to be someone else and says some pretty derogatory things. Then when they sort of accept him, he goes, oh, there's a problem here, and that is the colour of my skin. So it's all kind of nicely laid out in the trailer. Have a wee look at this.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God. Last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America. The KKK is planning an attack.
How do you propose to make this investigation?
We'll establish contact over the phone. We'll need a white officer to play me when they meet face to face.
You for the white race, Ron?
Oh, hell yeah.
So there becomes a combined Ron Stallworth.
Can you do that?
With the right white man, we can do anything.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it really does. And I think, there's elements where it doesn't go too deep in that it doesn't take itself too seriously. You can hear that in the soundtrack. But Ron himself has done interviews and he's talked very candidly about that whole experience. And they did some amazing stuff. They stopped a whole lot of stuff from happening based on him essentially getting into the KKK. So
good actors.
That is definitely my #1 pick for this weekend.
I always remember Spike Jonze from Do the Right Thing back in the 80s or 90s. That was a cool movie. Yeah. So this one that you want to talk about now has got a bit of a New Zealand connection. Yeah,
it does. So Thomasin Harcourt Mackenzie is Miranda Harcourt and Stuart Mackenzie's daughter. So she's got some pretty decent stock there in terms of her ability. She was on Shortland Street as well, so that she is familiar on our screens, but she's now in Leave No Trace. And this is essentially about dad and daughter living off the land. He's had some troubles in his life. He has been a vet, essentially. A veteran rather than a veterinarian. And so social services step in because they're like, you can't be raising a child like this off the land, and they sort of try and bring them right. It doesn't generally go to plan though. Have a wee look.
Do you feel safe living with your dad?
We didn't need to be rescued.
Your dad needs to provide you shelter and a place to live.
He did.
It's not a crime to be unhoused, but it's illegal to live on public land.
We have found an option.
Are we gonna be okay here?
You can still think our own thoughts.
Keep pedaling. Look where you want to go.
Pack your things.
Did you even try? 'Cause I can't tell. I don't want to leave. Same thing that's wrong with you isn't wrong with me.
Yeah, and again, anyone who's seen any of the previews is saying this is just a really powerful film from start to finish.
Yeah.
And we always love seeing Kiwis doing well on the international stage.
Doesn't she look like her mum, Miranda Harcourt?
Doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just started reading the book. The book's called Abandonment, and I've just started reading it. It's pretty good.
I must add that one to the list. Now, Slender Man is another one. This was a weird internet thing created in sort of the early 2000s.
Very freaky.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Said to terrorise and abduct people. And in this film, basically, a girl goes missing. Some friends discovered that the last thing that she was looking at online was indeed an image of this Slender Man. So they go ahead and try, foolishly, to summons him.
He gets in your head like a virus. Some he takes, some he drives mad. Once you see him, you can't unsee him. I can still see 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 him.
Yeah.
I love a good jump scare movie.
Yeah,
you know?
me too. So that's what's good at the movies this weekend. And in terms of live entertainment, my number one live pick is Ellie Harper, who we're talking to a little bit later because she is fabulous. But also the Ultimate Queen celebration. We caught up, of course, with Mark Martel, who just sounds incredible. Have a wee listen to what you're in for tonight at the ASP Theatre in Auckland, Sunday night at the Isaac Theatre Royal in Christchurch.
I've paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes.
I'm still amazed at how he sounds.
He's incredible. You shut your eyes and you're listening to Freddie Mercury, or you think he's lip syncing, but he's not. It's his voice. Amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Hey, Brayden, well, it was good to have you in studio for that. Long time overdue. Thank you.